Maggie, what are you doing? Hannah, I'm working right now. Huh? Isn't it late? Where's my dinner? I'm working late tonight. I told you I was going to be late tonight, right? So what? If you don't come home, who's going to cook my dinner? Hurry up. Sour will be home early today. He's supposed to make it. He's supposed to leave on time. So I'm sure he'll be there soon. So it's Sour today. I've been thinking about it for a while. You shouldn't do that kind of thing. What's that? Like making your husband cook meals. Your husband's not a housewife. Maggie, you should hurry up, come home. And you should make dinner. Work, work, work. You're a housewife, and you use that as an excuse. Don't you feel bad? No, it's a fact that I have to work too. We both have always worked. So what? Mom is sick too. You have to try to do more housework. What's the point of you living with us? That's not why we live together. Besides, the reason I'm the one working is the cost of making the house a two-family home. Most of Sour's salary goes to pay off the loan. Most of our living expenses come out of my salary. If I don't work, we'll be in trouble, won't we? You want me to quit my job and become a housewife? No one's saying that. You need to work. You should be able to bring money into the house and do all the housework. You aren't even related. Because I let you live in our house. You should be grateful. Sour is paying for the house. I don't really feel like you're letting me live there. Don't talk back. Don't take advantage of his kindness. Try harder. Or I'll have you leave. A woman who can't balance work and home is just a pain in the ass. You're living here, so you should be more than happy to work and do the housework. About work. I'll be taking time off for a while. I may not be able to pay for the living expenses. What? Why? I'm pregnant. I have a baby inside of me. So in a few months, I'm going on maternity leave. My income will decrease. I'd also like you to put some money into the house. You're the one who takes advantage of your family's kindness and doesn't pay any bills. You don't even do any housework, right? I'm not going to be criticized by someone like that. Huh? I'm letting you, a stranger, live in my parents' house. And that's your attitude? I'm not going to lose income, for Christ's sake. You should work harder. Work! You don't need kids. Get rid of it. What? Are you serious? Just because you're having a baby doesn't mean you'll be happy. You're making a mistake. An ugly child like yours wouldn't be loved even if it was born. It would just be a pain in the ass. So hurry up and take care of it. If your income is going to be less than it is now, I'll have you move out. That's not your decision to make, is it? Whether I live or not. Whether I have a child or not. Who do you think you are? Well, who do you think you are? Just because my father is lenient, I can't let you act so arrogantly anymore. If your income is going down, I'll ask you to leave. If you don't like it, then you'll have to get an abortion. I won't allow you to miss work. I'm not gonna have a sister-in-law who doesn't bring home any money. There's no reason to have you here. I'm going to ask you to leave. You don't like me. I kind of knew that. But I can't believe you talk that way about a life that was given to me. I'm shocked. That's just wrong. Are you even human? What? You know, I'm just making a good argument. I'm letting you live in my house. It's natural for you to put money into the house. If it's going to make you have less money, why don't you just give up on the kids? I mean, having a baby when you know your income is going to decrease is crazy. You're a monkey if you can't even consider that and just go make a baby. I really can't believe that such a person is my sister-in-law. That's disgusting. Let's get one thing straight. I'm not like you. What the hell is that? What do you mean? You abandoned your own child. You gave your child to your ex-husband. You left your kid with your ex and went home to your parents. Kids are hard to raise. That's why I'm advising you not to have children. I don't need advice from a person who can't even raise a child. What? You abandoned your child and had an affair. Your husband is demanding compensation. You don't have any money. You came back to your parents' house. Even when we and your parents rebuilt the house to a two-family dwelling, you demanded your own room. And yet, you wouldn't pay a penny for it. You made us take out a loan on Sour's salary. You still haven't put a penny into a house, have you? I don't have a choice. My salary goes to the compensation and child support. I'm not raising the kids on my own, but I am paying child support. That's not the same as abandonment, so can you please stop being a prick? You're paying child support because you abandoned the kids and divorced him. You say you're letting me live with you. You always said that. But I'm the one who's actually giving you a place to live. I pay most of the living expenses. And your father's severance package almost all went to pay the compensation. It's all your fault that we don't have any savings at home right now. We ordinarily planned to move in together because of your mother's health. But having you there was completely unforeseen. What? I'm just staying with my parents. What's wrong with that? Because you don't pay anything. Of course you don't help out with the housework. And you leave everything to your mother. That's why her health deteriorated, right? You're doing it now. It's fine. I don't need you, an outsider, to tell me what to do. You're spending their money without permission, aren't you? What? From your mother's bank book. You took money without permission, didn't you? Of course not. Don't talk nonsense. You'd better not insult me any further. I'm not insulting you. I'm just confirming the facts. If you don't want to admit it, that's fine. I already know what I'm talking about. We all do. What the hell? We're family. I know you've turned a blind eye to it. But to me, we're not family. You're right, Hannah. We're strangers. I don't want to be with a woman who wants me to give up my own child. Then get out of my house. This house is my father's house. I have a right to live here. I'll ask any woman who doesn't balance housework and her job to leave. Don't you know? You're the one who's leaving. Huh? The house is in Sour's name now. Huh? When we took out the lawn, it has already been changed. I didn't know that. But it doesn't matter either way. It's my parents' house. I'm not leaving. You, an outsider, get out. Anyway, Sour is late. When are you coming home? I'm hungry. I just texted them. I've been thinking about a plan for a while. I've decided to put it into action. A plan? I'll have you leave by the end of the week. That's what I was trying to prepare for. Are you kidding me? Of course that's not happening. If you think you can get me out, go ahead and try it. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm pregnant. I don't want to be stressed anymore. You make a mess of the house. And I'm the one who cleans it. You complain when I don't clean up after you. And you complain about the food. I don't want to raise my child in an environment like that. Your room. We're going to get rid of your old stuff. I'm going to turn it into a nursery. What are you talking about? I don't care what you say. I'm not leaving. If you're going to threaten me and kick me out, I'm going to go to the police. What's the big plan you have? I just had your dad and Sour rent you a place. Huh? What do you mean? You're old enough now. I'm sure you know how to live on your own. I've already found a place. Just move in. I'll give you the address later. Just pack up your stuff and move out. Don't talk such nonsense. Why should I move out? You're the one who's moving out. I've explained all the reasons. Don't you get it yet? Having a money-grabbing woman going on 40 would be a burden on the family. What's with that tone of voice? Don't you dare cuss at me. I'll sue you for libel. It's a valid point, you know. You've been making snide remarks to me every day up to now. But there's no need to say anything anymore. Wouldn't it be good for you too? You don't like my cleaning or my cooking. I work full-time, late every day. And it never quite made sense to me to be washing underwear of a part-time worker who only works 4 days a week. What's wrong with being a part-timer? Don't act like you're a big shot just because you're a full-time employee. I'm not trying to make a big deal out of it. Comparing part-timers to full-time employees wasn't the point of the conversation. I didn't even get that. The initial cost of the new place is a severance package. I paid it out of my own pocket. There's nothing more neither we or your father can do. Please don't depend on us any longer. Also, when you start earning money, please pay us back at some point. Don't even think of not paying it back. Are you seriously asking me to leave? It looks like you even signed the lease on your own. Who's going to pay the rent? Of course, the person who signed the contract will pay it, right? You'll have to pay it yourself. But that's the matter of course. I don't want to see you anymore, so until you leave, I'm going back to my own parents' house. I don't want to breathe the same air as someone who would tell me to abort my baby. Be out by the end of the week. I don't want to leave. I don't have any money. I can't leave. I'll talk to my father when he gets home. I'm not leaving. I'm sure my dad will stand by me. I'm his daughter. He surely loves me more than a useless outsider like you. I don't think that's possible. What you said earlier about wanting me aboard the baby. I told both Sour and my father-in-law. They were very upset. They'll probably kick you out today. They'd rather have an outsider than an insane woman. You won't be able to move in until the weekend. If they kick you out, I guess you can sleep on the bench until then. Good luck with that. A full-fledged one-person life from now on. When Sour and his father came home, Hannah was waiting for them with tears in her eyes. She tried to use tears because she didn't want to leave. But her father, who is always quiet and rarely speaks, got as angry as the devil and started yelling at her. Hannah froze and was kicked out of the house without being able to say anything. Her father also threw all of her belongings out of the house. It seems that her attitude was too much for him. In the end, Hannah had to leave the next day. Maggie returned home safely. She returned to a peaceful life with the family. Hannah had living expenses and rent, not making enough to live on. She has been working various part-time jobs from morning to night.
Skylar, where are you? Don't ignore me. Answer me. You're with Sandra anyway, aren't you? It must be nice that you can ignore your mother-in-law and go around and have fun.
Can I help you?
You're too slow replying.
I'm sorry. I've been busy with stuff.
Your business schedule is not important. Of course, you're just playing around anyway. It's only proper to give me priority. I don't know how many times I have to tell you.
You seem to be very upset. Why don't you calm down?
Who is the one making me upset? What are you thinking? The day after the first anniversary ceremony of Adam's death is over, you disappear for 3 days. Even if Adam is not here, you are still a Thompson family's daughter-in-law. Come home soon and do your chores. I have 3 days worth of cleaning and laundry piled up.
I never told you. I'm not a Thompson family member anymore.
So how many times do I have to tell you? Adam is dead, but you're still a Thompson family member. As a daughter-in-law, I will not allow you to talk back. I will accept nothing but yes as a reply to me. Get the hell back home.
Have you ever heard of a marriage termination notice?
I told you that only yes is acceptable. Don't divert the subject with big words.
Then it's not a conversation. Well, in such an agitated state, I don't think I'll be able to communicate with you even if I talk normally. Let me explain it in a nutshell. This is a notification to dissolve the relationship with a relative after the death of the spouse. It's required by law.
The law?
After the first anniversary of Adam's death, I submitted the notification of termination of in-laws to the government office. So, I am no longer a Thompson family member. So I will not be returning there anymore.
What are you talking about? Are you listening? Listen to me carefully. I don't care what the law says. Once you get married, you are supposed to serve your family for the rest of your life.
As long as you live in America, there is no one to whom the law does not apply, Raven. You are not unrelated and you are not my mother-in-law anymore. So I will call you Raven from now on.
Hey!
Raven, for the 25 years since Adam and I got married, You subjected me to relentless harassment, didn't you? I had hoped that at least my husband, Adam, would protect me. But I couldn't count on that. What Adam said was always the same. Mother is always right. No doubt about it. Mom's just trying to be tough for your sake. Just listen to her. It's for the best.
Adam wasn't just stating the obvious. He was absolutely right.
On the contrary, he had an affair with his subordinate at work, Nancy, and even had a child with her. Raven, you defended your son's betrayer rather than admonishing him for it.
Well, a little infidelity shows a man's virility, you know. A good wife should forgive it once or twice. That's what being a capable wife is all about. It's because you're not living up to the Thompson family standards as a wife that you should reflect on yourself. Blaming your husband for your own shortcoming is unacceptable. And to do it to your late husband, you need to be re-educated as a wife.
I'm not the wife anymore. What was lacking was not education for the wife, but education for Adam. Adultery is the worst. I would never tolerate it, not even once. Just as I was thinking of divorcing him after I found out about the affair, Adam died in the accident. Thanks to that, things have been lifting up in the air. I held out until after the first anniversary of his death. My daughter Sandra is now 23 years old, and I can say I'm done raising children. So I think I have fulfilled my responsibility and duty as a wife.
Well, that's enough then. You were only able to give birth to one grandchild anyway. I don't need a daughter-in-law who can't even produce an heir. At this point, let's just cut ties once and for all, including Sandra.
That's been our intention from the beginning. We'd be grateful if you agree.
Of course, we remove Sandra from the Thompson family's inheritance. You're okay with that?
She says she's fine with it. So do as you please.
Then it's settled. But still, if I think I can welcome Nancy, who gave birth to Adam's only son, into the Thompson family without any worries, I guess it's all for the best, isn't it? It's too late to say you want to come back later.
That's right. I forgot to tell you one thing. It's very important, so I have to ask you about it.
What is it?
Adam, right before he passed away, he had a DNA test done on himself and Nancy's son.
A DNA test? Why?
I don't know the details, but I think there was something that questioned the parent-child relationship.
Huh. No way.
Yes. During the process of sorting through his belongings, I found the results report that apparently arrived a few days before the accident, so I checked it out. The results denied any parent-child relationship with Nancy's son.
Well, then...
Yes. That means Sandra is the only grandchild with Thompson family blood.
Oh no, that's a lie. He's Adam's child. That's what Adam said.
Maybe he was deceived too, or he died without telling you. Well, it's none of my business anymore. The report is in Adam's safe, so check it out. Well then, this is the last time we will talk to each other. I'm changing my cell number and email soon.
Wait. I wanted to leave Sandra in the Thompson family. I want to find a son-in-law and have him inherit this house. I'm sure Sandra will be happy to get our property.
Yesterday, Sandra got married to her boyfriend.
What? Do you think I will allow that?
Thanks for everything. Goodbye. My former mother-in-law was a woman who nagged me about male grandchildren and heirs. The Thompson family is not a particularly prestigious family. They have been an ordinary businessman's family for generations. Even though I was treated so harshly, it was very easy to prepare to leave the house. After all, the wife and female grandchild were taught to keep their personal belongings to a minimum. We just had to spend a few days putting our belongings in cardboard boxes and put them on a courier service, and that was all we had to do to move out. I also invited my parents to live at our new place, so I don't have to worry about my ex-mother-in-law Virginie. My daughter and her husband also moved into a new house in the neighborhood. I am now happily working part-time, making the most of my special skills. And at home, for the first time in a long life, I can enjoy the company of my parents and my child together. I am enjoying such a lively single life.
Sarah, I just finished inputting data. Can I go home now? Excuse me? You were gone pretty much all day today, so it's okay, right? Nancy, I was visiting a client for a business meeting. Besides, do you know what time it is? Or is the time and space distorted around you? Huh? It's only after 2 p.m. You have about 3 hours until you can go home. But I'm done. I'm free. Then please ask your chief if there's anything you could do. I told you that the chief is in charge of the curriculum for training new employees, didn't I? Can I do that tomorrow? You sound like a mean mother-in-law. Huh? A mother-in-law? You're a little overbearing just because you're the big boss. And you're 43 years old, aren't you? You're jealous that I'm only 20. I bet you'll become a mean mother-in-law. You should be nice to people. I want to let you know that I'm still single. What? Well, I'm getting married in 3 months. Wow, you're getting married at 43? What kind of guy married to an old lady? Isn't this a marriage scam? Are you sure you're okay? I'm sure he is a well-confirmed partner, so I'm sure he is fine. Enough about my personal life. You're not fun. I'll talk to your chief, and you can get your next task and get started. Uh-huh, okay. Sarah, I did some research after that. About your fiancé. Yes? What did you find out? Did you work so hard to seduce him? What are you talking about? We are still at work. Hey, how did you do that? Get to work. Please tell me. I won't reply again. Oh no, I wanted to hear more. Sarah, how are you? I have to make a very sad announcement. I'm in a relationship with your fiancé. I'm sorry that you failed to get married to a rich CEO. If I want to, I can ask James to fire you. So, please don't be too bossy towards me. Just give up and leave. Sarah, are you okay? What? Why are you asking that? When I saw you at work today, you were acting strange. I see. I was visiting your office today. I wanted to talk to you, but I had a meeting right after that, so... Thanks for looking out for me. I'm sorry I made you worry. If there's anything you want to talk, please do so. Our wedding is in a month and a half, and you don't want to go into the big day feeling like you're not ready, right? Yeah, well, I'm not sure how much I can tell you because it's about work. I think you'll feel a little better if you tell me. I won't tell anyone. Please do not worry. Just talk about it. Well, then just for a little bit. Yeah, I'll listen as much as you want me to. Thank you. It's about this new girl at work. She's so selfish. In what way? Well, she is one of our director's relatives, and that is how she got the job. Recently, she started dating our CEO, and her attitude has been accelerated. She's slacking off at work to the point where it's safe to say she's not doing any work at all. People around her cannot say anything because she's CEO's girlfriend and the director's relative. It feels like I'm the only one trying to make her do her work. It's already creating a bad atmosphere in the company. That's not cool at all, is it? So what's your CEO saying? He's all over her. His management skill has always been questionable, but now he is all about the 20-year-old girl. 20 years old? Isn't he in his 40s? I heard he got divorced about 10 years ago, and he's been single ever since. Almost a father-daughter age difference. Well, if they're happy with their relationship, we should not say anything. But we are all frustrated. Okay. Hey, can I take care of this? Huh? How? Your chairman of the board is the CEO's dad, right? Yes, he is. That's right. You know the chairman personally. Yes. I can't go into details yet, but he once told me something when we were at a bar. He was still thinking at that time about his successor, but now the company is not in the ideal state. I think he'll make up his mind soon. If things could turn around for the better... I'll talk to the chairman first. Just give me some time. Okay, thank you. Hi, Sarah. You're having a wedding today? You're going to have a wedding all by yourself? Wow, you're so miserable. Are you crazy? I mean, you know your groom isn't there. Are you marrying your imaginary groom? That's insane. Good morning, Nancy. What have I been saying all this time? I'm with my fiancé getting ready for a wedding now. What? Are you getting ready with your imaginary fiancé? You should see a doctor soon. Doctor? Because he is with me now. What? Well, you know I'm dating our CEO. Yes, I know, but I'm going to say this right now. An old lady like you is not suitable to become CEO's wife. He wants me to be his wife, a young, pretty 20-year-old. Huh, I see. You need to cancel your wedding now. No, your relationship and my marriage have nothing to do with each other. Huh? You just don't want to admit it. Nancy, are you thinking of marrying our CEO? Yes, you were so annoying at work. I didn't think you deserved to marry our CEO. That's why I took him away from you. I'll marry our CEO, okay? By the way, We went to court to turn in our marriage documents. I see. So that's what you were after. Yes. If you understand, why don't you call off the wedding? He won't be there anyways. It's miserable to have an imaginary groom. Listen, Nancy. He's not our CEO. Huh? Or, to be more precise, he's not the boss anymore. Why? You were absent from work on Friday, so you don't know what's happening. The board of directors has decided to remove CEO from his position. He was forced out of his position. What? Also, the director who brought you has resigned too. What do you mean? To put it in a straightforward and easy to understand way, he was fired because he was too busy with you. What? You were always late for work and left work early. He let you do whatever you wanted at work. Do you know how much of a negative impact this has had on other employees? Negative impact? You are so rude. I mean, come on, you fired our CEO? You must be angry because you don't get to marry our CEO. I didn't fire him. The board did. Besides, you misunderstood an essential part, so I'll correct it. My fiancé is a CEO, but he is the CEO of a different company. What? They are our most significant business partner. I'm sure you know. That's my fiancé and today's groom. He's going to be my husband. What? That company is bigger than our company, and the CEO is famous for being a handsome 39-year-old. You're marrying the handsome CEO? Yes, indeed. That's not fair. I'll be his bride. Well, the answer is no, obviously. You won't be saying that for a long time. I'm sure he'll fall for me when he sees me, young and pretty. Do you want to come and meet him? Of course, I'll come. Where's the wedding? In Hawaii. Hawaii? Hawaii. Why Hawaii? I don't have time for you anymore. Bye. What? An old lady like you is getting married to a CEO in Hawaii? I just got married to an older man who got fired. That's not fair. The former CEO of our company begged the board to stay. Now he's working with a title. Nancy was not happy and wanted to get a divorce. But soon she found out that she was pregnant. She left her job and had no one to help her. Even the former senior director gave up on her. She does not have anyone she can rely on. The other day I saw her and her big belly husband in town. She did not look happy at all. On the other hand, I took this opportunity to start my own business. With my husband's support, I am enjoying my new job and newly married life.